Hello, everybody, and welcome as we are into week number 4 of the course. And I had mentioned in the announcements here in our course shell that I would have this instructional video uploaded by last night. I did not get the chance and opportunity to actually upload the video last night, so now I'm actually doing the official upload of the video as we are now into week number 4 of the course. So, a few things that I want to bring to everyone's attention. Number one is throughout this course, this is online and is asynchronous. We need to have at least 3 face-to-face sessions. I need to make myself available for you all for at least 3. Now, this happens to be a 7.5-week course. And so the first one is going to be Thursday, this Thursday. And what I did on Saturday, I actually sent out the email notification for the Zoom meeting. But this Thursday at 5 p.m. will be our first face-to-face session. Now, of course, I do encourage all students to utilize this time to meet with me regarding the course. And what we can do is we can discuss the current week, which I do plan on doing, or the week we're headed into, I should say, which would be week number 5. We can discuss the material, but then also any questions or concerns that you may have regarding the course itself. Okay, in terms of the completion when we head towards the end of the course, or anything concerning grading. Okay, if it's a little bit more personal in terms of interaction, you may not want to do it in this group session with Zoom. That may require a one-on-one, okay, which could be a one-on-one Zoom session, or you can actually email me, or you can text me or call me, okay, if there's any concerns regarding grade status. But for the most part, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be discussing the material, and I probably may have an activity or two for us to actually engage in within this Zoom session. So again, coming up this Thursday at 5 p.m., it'll be 1 hour. That will be our Zoom meeting, our meeting on Zoom. And we're required to do at least a minimum of 3 of these, even for the online asynchronous course that we're engaging in with this course. So there will be 2 more after this one on February the 15th. And my plan is that on the same time every Thursday for the next 3 weeks, we will do these Zoom meetings. So the one following this will be on the 22nd of February. And then, of course, the 29th of February, okay, that will be our final meeting, Zoom meeting as a group collectively to get, or collectively you can say for the most part, be in a class. So that's a reminder, okay, regarding our Zoom meeting. Make yourselves available and by all means utilize the time. Another thing that I want to bring up is this week, coming into week number 4, we were going to have a quiz. Now, I'd like to call it a mid-course quiz, not so much a midterm quiz, but I was going to give the class a quiz regarding course material or what we've already covered. I made the decision to preempt that. Okay, so that quiz is going to be taken and offered next week in the week number 5 content, but not in this current week that we're in regards to week number 4. And if you look at the announcements, if you also look at the calendar in terms of the due date for the courses, and some of this is also referenced in the syllabus as well, you will see that the quiz will be made available and there will be a due date on when to take the quiz. So keep that in mind. We're not going to be doing a quiz this week for week number 4, but week number 5, we will actually be taking a quiz. Okay, with that being said, week number 4, as we are currently in that week. So we've talked about quality, we talked about quantity requirements within the restaurant, we've talked about different types of quantity as well as different types of quality requirements. For your last 2 assignments for the last 2 weeks, what you have done, you've actually submitted PowerPoint projects regarding quality methods and also quantity methods. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to focus on the vendor selection. All right, that's the focus of this week's content in terms of what we're going to be looking at. So when we think of vendors, are you going to select one vendor? Are you going to have multiple vendors? In terms of your products, okay, it could be your meats, it could be your produce, it could be your dairy. Chances are, okay, you're going to have a variety of vendors that you're going to be working with. What about non-perishable items, like canned goods, condiments, seasonings? That may come from a different vendor. So I have to say this, that most restaurants probably use more than one vendor when it comes to the selection of their products. You have a vendor for your meats. You have a vendor probably for your produce. You have a vendor for your seasonings that you probably use when you're creating your different dishes that you offer on your menu in terms of items. So those are the things. And another thing is, okay, are you going to buy wholesale? Okay, what is going to be your method of purchase? And some of the things that you want to think about when it comes to that, you want to think about what is more affordable. Okay, what can you get the best deal out of? What incorporates in so many words into your budget or into your operating expenses and overhead? So look at the course content, look at the lecture that I provided, as well as the PowerPoint slides that have been made available for you all. And you know where to find that. That's in the required course materials, as this happens to be chapter 4, as we're talking about vendors. Okay, so put yourself in a position of being the buyer, being the restaurant manager when it comes down to this. Okay, and of course you're looking for value, you're looking for quality when it comes to the vendor selection. Another thing that you're looking at is probably the contractual issues or the contractual standards. Let me reword that. The contractual terms and obligations, all right, that you're going to agree to with the vendor, okay? Will it be on an as-need basis that you're going to purchase? Will the contract be for a substantial amount or period of time? Are we looking at maybe for biannually, every 6 months? Okay, will it be a year contract? Okay, so think about the negotiation process possibly that you may encounter, okay, when you are actually looking to select a vendor. But however, though, with most vendors, because you may want to switch up and use more than one vendor, you're going to probably purchase on an as-need basis. And remember what we discussed last week in terms of quantity, that you want to make sure that you have enough product in inventory to be able to prepare the dishes that you are making available on your menu for customer satisfaction. So again, look at the material as we are engaging. And what I want everyone to do, your main assignment that's going to be due on Saturday night, you are going to write a summary. And I've provided an article, a link to the article, as I'll click onto this right here. It's regarding vendors. And this is from the Restaurant Times. So 5 things to consider while choosing a restaurant vendor. Okay, we kind of talked about this already. I mean, what is it that you're looking for? You're looking for timeliness, of course, in terms of how you get your product. Okay, you're also looking for quality. You're looking at rates, okay, affordability. Okay, you're looking at period. Okay, that could be tied in with contract, depending. That's pending if you happen to enter into a contract obligation with the vendor. So click on this link and you're going to read this article. And what you're going to do is you're going to give me a 400 to 600 word summary that's going to give examples based on the 5 points of consideration when choosing a restaurant vendor. So by all means, what you can do is use terms and definitions within your textbook along with information that you have actually retrieved from the article by reading the article. Now, what you're going to do is, for the last 2 weeks, all right, you selected the name of the restaurant. You're going to keep the name of this restaurant. And what you're going to do is you're going to apply the name of the restaurant with this assignment, and you're going to talk about the examples and the 5 points that you're looking for in terms of consideration when choosing a restaurant vendor. Can it be more than one vendor? Absolutely. I think you will come up, or you will be drawn to the conclusion that you're going to have to utilize more than one vendor for your product selection. Make sure that you follow APA format with this class, and also cite your references as you write this 400 to 600 word summary and you submit it to me. This is due Saturday night. Now, of course, you're going to have discussion activities, and I can't stress this enough, and some students have already engaged in that. I'm glad that you all are actively participating and you're getting a head start in terms of completing the task for this week. But your initial response for these discussion questions, it's going to be due on Thursday night. Keep in mind, these are points. You are getting points for participation. So treat this as a type of assignment, the discussion activities. I know I may not have said that before, but you are earning points when you engage in these discussion threads. As well as, of course, when you look at the assignment that's due at the end of the week on Saturdays, you're getting points definitely for that as well. Okay, so this is due on Thursday night, your initial response to your discussion questions, and the main assignment, the vendor article summary, is going to be due on Saturday night. Okay, everyone, a reminder of our meeting by Zoom. What I will do the day before, I'm going to send out a reminder. I'm going to copy the link for the Zoom meeting, and I will make that as an announcement into D2L, into the course shell. I encourage everyone again to utilize that time. All right, everyone, that's going to conclude this instructional video. Professor Javier Black out, and you enjoy your week.